Jessica, I wanted to ask you, when you say the need for transparency, what is it that you need, if you could sort of outline your wish list?
Yeah. We need the same thing that we get in TV when we place a linear buy. So when you do a TV buy, you know the pod position you're in, you know the time your commercial ran, you know the show, you know the content of the show, which episode number it is. We need that same level of detail that we're accustomed to. But the important thing is that we need it in a consistent way from a third-party verification partner, someone like DoubleVerify. Today, it's a range of what we're getting on from some partners. We don't know where we're running. Maybe we get a sample list before the campaign starts. Some partners are a little bit better. They're giving us maybe a post-delivery report, and maybe 50 to 70% of where your impressions ran on some of the content. And then on the other side, some of the content owners, maybe they'll give us the top 20 shows, but there's still, in each case, there's still something missing. And none of them are giving us that information in a consistent way. And none of it's really from a trusted third-party verification partner, which is really what we need.
So I wanted to ask, speaking about, trust and quality, I wanted to ask you about the state of quality assurance. So not so much reporting and measurement, but things that are important. And, we've spoken to John Montgomery and others about this topic, and I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts around quality assurance, around brand suitability, viewability, fraud, around CTV? Share your thoughts, please.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said it's not about measurement. I actually think that they are inextricably tied. We can't measure. We don't know brand suitability. We don't know viewability and fraud unless we can measure things correctly. Not surprisingly, with the growth in consumption of CTV, there's been growth in ad spend, which we know where the money is, there will be fraud there. And we've seen cases where some of our ads, not necessarily our clients, but we've seen other ads, they're running on pirated content or, maybe a mobile phone when they should be running on a CTV. So again, we need that reporting, that measurement, that transparency that we're used to getting in other digital channels to be applied to CTV, so that we can even maybe block the content that we don't want to be running on and make sure that we're getting the quality that we need. Definitely brand safety is an issue. One of the issues that we see pop up often is, whereas in TV, you can take a do not air list and just limit shows that you don't want to run in. Because of the lack of transparency in the CTV space, we have to block out entire channels or entire apps because we can't cherry pick the shows, which, is a disadvantage to our clients and a disadvantage to the publishers as well. But we've really been working with the verification partners to help them improve their offerings, telling them what we need, what our clients need. And we've really been working with our partners to make sure that they accept the measurement from the verification partners, because at the end of the day, these verification partners like a DoubleVerify is really just going to help us all. It'll help our clients get the assurances that they need in order to be comfortable to shift dollars to CTV.